that's a big topic I think we should dive into a little bit, is that whole aspect of almost posting because you know that that's the thing that does well. Because like I've brought up quite a lot on this podcast, that oftentimes within the disabled community, and this goes, to be fair, go for any media, not just disabled media or disability media or whatever you want to call it, that negativity sells, unfortunately. And a lot of the time you see a lot of stuff on the disability feed. It's like, oh my God, why are you guys like, I get it, but stop whinging about the same thing every day. You're like, change the tune or change the narrative or do something different, because the only, someone said it to me, hey, if you keep moaning about it, you're moaning to the community that already know the problem's there.
That know it's a problem.
So that's the other end. Yeah.
I think it's difficult. It's very easy to fall into that trap, actually, of just kind of posting what you think people want to see or hear. And it was interesting to me when I announced my pregnancy. I lost about 100 followers within a week or two. And
what the fuck?
Yeah, seriously.
What the fuck?
And it really surprised me. But I think actually pregnancy, particularly within the disabled community, can be quite a polarising issue, because there'll be a portion of people that hate children and like, I don't want to know about your pregnancy, I don't want to know about your baby. There'll be a portion of people that really love children and are interested in following. But there'll also be a portion of people that maybe have always wanted to become parents, haven't been able to, or have struggled, and that for them it's actually a really sensitive subject. And that's something I've tried to acknowledge in terms of my own privilege around, being disabled, but still being able to go through with doing this and having that opportunity. Because I remember very clearly in kind of the year leading up to my surgery and the year post my surgery, I became very kind of desperate and almost fixated on having a baby. And it would hurt to see other people announcing their pregnancies, because I so badly wanted that for myself. So, there were probably times where I muted people on social media or, didn't want to look so much because it was upsetting. But I don't think I was quite prepared to lose 100 followers in a week or two after announcing my pregnancy. And it was hard not to have feelings about that.
I would have thought it would go up.
Yeah, I would have thought it went the other way.
Someone would have found it, been able to follow your story. Like, that would have been my thought process. I would have been like,
no.
I can see me in 10 years' time, like, loving the fact that you've been announcing, because then I'm like, right, I've got someone to follow. I can just copy what they're doing.
And I wasn't expecting it to cause things to like get massively big. I just wasn't expecting that. And I also wasn't expecting my own reaction to that as well. I found it quite upsetting. And that sounds incredibly vain and slightly pathetic, but it was upsetting because I'd worked hard to kind of build up a following and, keep people engaged. And so to lose that many people in the space of a week or two was disheartening. And it then made me question whether I should be sharing anything about my pregnancy. So actually, although I've talked about it quite a lot today, if you were to look at my social media, there isn't a huge amount on there. Like, considering it's been 5.5 months already, there isn't loads of content on there, partly because I almost don't want to provoke the loss of more followers. Yeah, and again, that's really sad. I'm restricting myself from talking about something that is so central to my life at the moment, that is, everything is currently revolving around it. But I'm almost censoring myself because I don't want to piss people off, and I don't want to cause like this mass exodus of people going, because then, there is parts of social media that I do rely on and I enjoy it as well. And, if you lose followers, you end up losing engagement from brands and businesses and...
paid to post pictures on face wash. And I'm like, okay, there's so many things wrong with that sentence. But technically, yes. But then I think as well, too many people think that, like, you get paid, like, every post. And that's the thing, is like, yes, there's the added bonus of once you get to a certain point, some brands start getting involved, and there is some